Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Catherfied, you there? You hear me?
Dire team ban.
Awesome. Okay. Starting in 3. Hello guys and girls and welcome to the Canberra Dota 2 LAN. I am
10
Only
seconds
Logic.
remaining.
I am joined not this time by Cold Blood, but by Catherfied. How are you doing?
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Catherfied, you there?
Dire team
You there,
pick.
Catherfied? Okay, obviously we're having a couple of issues with the mic. I did hear you before, so let me just quickly check. In the lower bracket, but both of these teams
5
have
seconds
moved through
remaining.
the lower bracket, with Omega Squadron winning their last game and
Reserve
BoysBoys
time.
being in the top bracket, and recently losing to come down into the
Dire
bottom
team
bracket.
pick.
These two teams are known for their aggressive behavior, for the fact that they can play a Razor extremely well, and that's why the Razor band there is being joined by the Tinker, and the Doom being joined by the Faceless Void on the side of BoysBoys. Two annoying heroes that are famous for being banned out, but now that the Razor's been banned out, they decide to take the opportunity and pick up the Lycan, while the Omega Squadron pick up the
10
Nature's
seconds
Prophet.
remaining.
The next pick I'm thinking of seeing is probably something like a Brew, maybe even a
5 seconds
support.
remaining.
Catherfied, I still can't hear you. I'm guessing you can hear me. No,
Reserve
obviously the
time.
mic's not working. Check your in-game settings. Check that open microphone is on and that your microphone's on. Sorry about that, guys. Catherfied, you can catch her on twitch.tv/Catherfied. I'm getting a little bit of noise coming through now.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, so we'll be joining these two pretty amazing teams who've done pretty well, and the Lich is actually the second pickup for Omega Squadron.
Radiant
I'm really
team ban.
happy to see this Lich here. As many of you might know, Lich is by far my favorite hero.
Dire
I love him
team
as a
ban.
support. I think he plays a very, very strong mid. It gets him to level 6 very quickly. He can control the lane really easily, and that Chain Frost deals tons upon tons of damage. When used
10
correctly,
seconds
when
remaining.
used in the right team fight. With Nature's Prophet, if Nature's Prophet can grab
5
in
seconds
his
remaining.
Sprout, 2 heroes in a Sprout, that Chain Frost is going to be absolutely and entirely devastating. The
Radiant
pickup by
team
BoysBoys
ban.
is the Shadow Shaman. We are yet to see a Brewmaster. Tide Hunter has been heavily played as well, and we do see that pickup there, that ban out. Viper as well. Viper has seen a lot of
10
play in the
seconds
mid.
remaining.
Viper's quite a strong mid hero.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick.
Oh, okay, yes, I can hear you. Coming through a little bit blurry. So I'll just get you to put your mic threshold just a little bit higher as well. While I was gone, it seems a little bit higher. While I was gone, it seems a very
10
little
seconds
happened.
remaining.
Timbersaw was the ban by Omega Squadron. Yeah, microphone is perfect now.
5
and
seconds
the ban out
remaining.
by BoysBoys was the Death Prophet there, but we're still waiting. They're eating into their reserve time of both Omega Squadron and BoysBoys. So, what do you think of the draft so far, Cathified?
Drow Ranger.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, I think the thing about a Lycan, is that you can throw him into the off lane
Dire
and use
team
the
pick.
wolves, micromanage the wolves to be able to play him as an off lane hero if he's directly countered by Omega Squadron. Currently, there's no strong counter to Omega Squadron. The best counter would be the Shadow Shaman that was picked up actually by BoysBoys instead of by Omega Squadron. But this Drow Ranger is so interesting.
Ten seconds remaining.
Well,
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I just can't see Drow and Visage, even though it has been used as a combo, I can't see it
Reserve
being
time.
particularly useful against any of these playstyles. These are very aggressive tower pushing playstyles, both from Omega Squadron and from
Radiant
BoysBoys.
team
And now we're
pick.
going to see a Dazzle, and that's probably to protect the Drow with how squishy she is and how much damage she can deal if she's given the ability to.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, I'm looking at a Batrider mid. I'm looking at that Visage and thinking, I wonder how interesting it would be to have a Visage mid, but it looks like the tri-lane has been revealed. Lycan, Shadow Shaman, Visage is probably going to be
10
the tri-lane.
seconds remaining.
It might even be an offensive tri-lane, knowing all of these heroes.
5
Shadow Shaman's got
seconds
very good
remaining.
lockdown. Visage has got a very strong slow and a very strong nuke
Reserve
early on in the
time.
game as well. Batrider can go both off lane and in mid. If Drow Ranger is going mid, then Batrider is a very strong counter because of how squishy Drow is. As soon as Batrider gets level 6, that'll be an easy kill for Batrider on that Drow Ranger. If Omega
Radiant
Squadron
team
is planning
ban.
to run Drow Ranger as a carry, yeah. But when it's 1v1 mid, it'll really depend on whether Omega Squadron is running Drow as a carry or as a mid. I really wouldn't recommend Drow as a mid, because even Shadow Shaman
10
can out
seconds
mid
remaining.
Drow
10 seconds
if he's
remaining.
clever enough.
5 seconds remaining.
I
Reserve
have seen
time.
offensive tri-lanes or offensive tri-lane ideas with Drow based on Drow as a sort of semi-support style, but then you've got 3 supports on the Omega Squadron side and you really don't want any more. I think it'll really depend on BoysBoys. They're probably deciding, do we want to ban out a mid or do we want to ban out a carry? And I think that they should just focus on what's bad for their team, and I think something that would be bad for their team would be more pushing power like Nature's Prophet. Maybe even an Enigma could be pretty bad. Enigma, Venge, I could see them being
Reserve
banned
time.
out. They ban out the Invoker another
Dire
troublesome
team
hero.
pick.
Yeah, Amber Spirit's a strong hero. I don't think he's banned because of his strength. I think
10
he's banned
seconds
because
remaining.
of his surprising
5
tankiness,
seconds.
because
5
he's a
seconds
reasonably
remaining.
untanky hero. However, the bonus resistance that he gets when
Reserve
he
time.
casts his shield, as well as the fact that he can escape just as quickly as Stormcrow, makes him very tricky to deal with. Batrider, however, would be very good in terms of dealing with Ember Spirit, so Omega Squadron don't want to pick him up, therefore they ban him out to make sure that BoysBoys don't get him, and it's a good ban too because BoysBoys are probably looking for a mid. Yeah, with his sleight of fist.
Enchantress.
Yeah, the problem is that with the Shadow
Radiant
Shaman
team
locked down,
pick.
he'll be locked down before he can get out. With the Batrider Lasso, he'll be locked down before he can get out. Lycan can deal a lot of damage with Howl, and that'll bonus with the Visage Familiars. So basically, if Ember Spirit gets caught out, then he's basically dead. And that's the difference between Ember Spirit and the now picked Enchantress from Omega Squadron. Just as I was saying about the mid heroes, we could even see a Lich mid, dare I say. I'd love to
10
see a Lich
seconds
mid
remain,
because
seconds
Enchantress
remaining.
really, she's not necessarily tanky, but she's got that
5
bonus
seconds
heal
remaining.
to survive the lasso, to survive the shackles, to survive the familiar stunts.
Reserve time.
Well, that'd work. I mean, Lich solo offlane also works, and you can have Dazzle supporting Drow, Enchantress in the jungle, and Nature's Prophet in mid. That also works as well. Yeah, it's really quite flexible what Omega Squadron have done with this lineup. It's not exactly consistent. Boys do end up.
Dire team pick.
The lane. I'm lagging a little bit, yeah, but that should be fine. Okay, so the game started up for me. So yeah, and a bit of a pause coming out from Yadig. Yeah, I guess. While the game's paused, let me introduce the team here on the side of BoysBoys. Yes, this is a new banner from BoysBoys. If you're watching on my Twitch, this is same team, new banner. You've got X4 playing the Visage. Wait, X4 on the Visage? How awfully interesting. Video James is going to be on his Shadow Shaman. He's shown us to be very, very good on that Shadow Shaman. JJH is going to be on the Lycan. Rylan looks to be playing the mid brew, and Elks is going to be on that Batrider off-lane Batrider. Elks is a very solid off-lane hero. I think he'll be doing amazingly with that Batrider in the off-lane. I think they just want to get an early kill on BoysBoys. I think they're just going to try and move in, try and pick out BoysBoys. BoysBoys not being too careful about where they're roaming. X4 not going past the tower though, probably very smart. BoysBoys are famous for doing this as well, moving into the jungle. But no, my goodness, they're going in for the level 1 Roshan. It looks like BoysBoys know something's going on. They're pinging the map. It looks like they want to move all the way in. Right, they're definitely checking, and the ward spotted here they must know that they're here. So Rylan comes in, Elks. Looks like we're going to have the first fight. Looks like they're going for Lich. Lich is going to go down instantaneously. Frosty Flavors might be the next one down. The Howl has come out. Now they're going to chase. They're going to go for Frosty Flavor. A lot of damage coming out to Batrider thanks to that slow, as well as the right-click damage. 5 damage there coming in. 5 stacks, and that's 2 kills going the way of BoysBoys for an attempted level 1 Roche using the Frost from the Lich and the Treants from Nature's Prophet, as well as the heal. Could have been a very good level 1 Roche, but alas, it wasn't. So, yeah. I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to reset my game. I can't click on anything, so I will be right back into this game. Okay. Yeah, I've just joined you and it seems like I am caught on whatever it is that you've clicked on. So if you click on Rylan here, I'll be able to see Rylan. Yep, there's the Brewmaster, so I'm not sure why that's happening. But either way, yes. 2 kills that I actually missed in the early game. Oh no, I actually picked up those kills. Yes, yeah, that was the Roshan pit, so nothing happening from there. Let's take a quick look at the last hits, and we can see that Drow is actually well in front, and that Brewmaster is being almost completely outlaned, but Brewmaster does already have his bottle, whereas Drow doesn't seem to have her bottle, but she does have boots, and it's not, I won't say it's uncommon for Drow to go bottle, but it is. She can definitely go a Wraith Band and still do really, really well, and not have to worry about it. So one of the things I don't agree with is that Batrider actually has a ward on him, but for some reason it's not placed in the jungle. It should be placing it somewhere around here. Just as I say that, it looks like they might even be going on him. Elks has immediately gone onto the Firefly, and he's trying to respond to this. He might even turn this around, try to go for the attack. He does get 1 stack, maybe he's going to go for more, but no, Rylan does move up here, he does have the Invis rune, maybe he wants to make something happen. It looks like he's going to go right onto this, no, is he going to? They're all waiting, now he claps, finally he goes in, he gets the crit, he's going to have to go for the right click. Back. Visage is coming as well. Visage is trying to go for climax. Huge nuke coming out. Frosty Flavors is so close to dead, but Rylan might not be able to. My Rylan does actually catch up, so that's 2 heroes down for BoysBoys, and BoysBoys doing a very good job against Omega Squadron.
it out of your mind.
Yeah, but Rylan doing a good job of realizing that he's going to have a lot of trouble in this lane, and then instead of trying to fight against this Drow, he's just said, right, I'm going to go into another lane, I'm going to try and get a kill. So you can see that Rylan is level 6 as well as Drow, and you can see that's the brilliance of roaming. The Brewmaster is the same level as Drow, even though there's no way he could have realistically won that lane. Now the ranged creep has actually seen him in the trees for some strange reason there. Oh, of course. Yeah, that's very good pickup on that ward. So the range creep was actually able to get into range to attack him.
Rival split! Why are you so much? Safe word. Go away.
No, neither of them cast. Was there not enough mana for that?
Dire's middle tower is under
I
attack.
think there might not have been enough mana for Soul Assumption. Yeah, so that's 5-0 to BoysBoys, and BoysBoys are just having a very strong early game. I'm not too familiar with Omega Squad's later game. Have you cast a game with them yet? Yeah. Both BoysBoys and Omega Squad are very much the types of teams to focus on trying to get kills nice and early and put pressure on nice and early. And you see Yadig has come here, and now they're trying to push this tower. There's going to be 3 people pushing out this top Radiant tower, and Elks is probably trying to do as much as he can to attempt to prevent it, but it is going to go down.
Tower is under
Is going to come out, but there doesn't seem to be any TPs that are going to come out. Meanwhile, the top tower on the bottom lane, the bottom tower, sorry, the tier 3 tower on the bottom lane is going
top tower
to...
has been denied.
Oh, the deny comes out from the Bat Rider actually, and the top tower is very low, so will Lich deny the tier 3 tower? Yes, he will.
Dire's bottom tower
Denying
has been
it,
denied.
so that both two towers are the first 2 towers to go down, and they're the first 2 towers to be denied.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ryland's being picked up in the middle, but unfortunately there's not enough chase on him, which means that he will actually be able to live. They've come in. The video, James has tried to come in. He's tried to deal damage. He needs to back out though. He's going to receive a lot of damage from Lich. Lich does eventually take it down, but Master's going to go back in. JJH has tried to go back in as well. They've gone for Yard. They've been able to stun him. Now the Bat Rider comes in. He's gone for Frosty Flames. He'll be able to kill. Is now the one in the ban position, and leaving that fight quite low on health as well. Yeah, BoysBoys. Yeah, good job. It's a good job there. BoysBoys is definitely being ahead, and if we take a look at the XP graphs, we can see that it is definitely in their favour, as well as the gold graphs, even with those early couple of kills. Well, knowing BoysBoys, they'll probably move to the bottom lane and try and get one of the kills an opportunity on either Yardig or Frosty Flavors that are trying to push this tower, and you can see that's exactly what they're going to do. And Batrider is actually going to get it in and
Radiant's
invis
bottom
room.
tower is
So
under
that's going to be really
attack.
useful, but they're not moving back to bottom, they're actually moving to mid. I wonder if Batrider is going to pop the invis room. He's not
Radiant's bottom tower is
pushing around
under
here. The ping
attack.
has gone down to the bottom tower, taking a lot of harass damage. But it looks like he's on to push this mid tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Batrider has picked out. Now they're going
Radiant's
to
bottom
continue
tower
being
is
able
under
to push
attack.
this lane, even with the Firefly. And that's level 6. Video
Dire's
James
middle
just
tower
hitting
is
level
under
6, which means
attack.
that the wards will come out.
Dire's
You can see
structures are
just as the glyph
fortified.
comes out, but the ward will probably be enough for good scouting with the to find out exactly where the Drow is. The ping has come out. Looks like they're trading bottom tower for mid tower, and I think this trade is going to go ultimately in
Dire's
favour
middle
of
tower
BoysBoys.
has
Now that
fallen.
they've gotten the tower, they'll be able to TP back into bottom lane. Brewmaster, who's got his ultimate, he will be able to move in. He doesn't actually have enough mana for his ultimate, but he is able to get a little bit of farm here in the bottom lane. Yeah, untouchable. She's also got her healing, which is Nature's Attendant. Batrider's trying to find her. Where is it? There she is. They found her. JJH has found her. The Wolf Howl has come in. She's going to try and turn and try and fight Elves or X4 or someone. Video James is actually going to be caught out, so Video James does have to be very, very careful. She hasn't actually gone down yet. Frosty Flavors, and they're actually going to be saved by Dazzle, who does sacrifice himself. JJH, that Lich ultimate ultimately doing nothing, but it does take out the Shadow Shaman while Nature's Attendant does fall. Oh no, Drow is out of position. JJH is so close to getting the kill. The Wolves are going to try and chase, but they're not going to be able to get the kill. So that's a 2 for 2. 2 supports going for 2 supports. It's probably actually being fight in favor of... Visage actually getting killed and splitting 522 gold.
Dire's
But,
bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
that team fight ultimately going better, probably. Yeah, she's probably going to transition. She's probably going to transition into something more late game, especially using Impetus as her ultimate. I'm guessing something with a little bit more mobility, although it could just be could just be that she's going for an axe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I actually don't think that they're going to put wards on this top tower. I think they're just going to push down this top tower the old-fashioned
Radiant's middle
right
tower
clicky
is
way.
under
They're
attack.
going to ping down the mid tower,
Dire's
and
top
then
tower
even
is
Shadow
under
Shaman
attack.
just on his own
Dire's
return
top tower
to try
has
and
fallen.
defend this mid tower. But I think the BoysBoys should continue pushing top, and you see JJH is going to stick around, and he is going to try to push top as Visage tries to
Radiant's middle
get this
tower
creep
is under
wave
attack.
back so that the tower can start attacking the catapult there.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Yeah, it is looking well. Yadig sticking around in the bottom lane just so that he doesn't get picked up from his little rat attack. And Frosty Flavors going into the Radiant jungle to try and farm there, but we can see that the tower advantage is definitely for BoysBoys. If we take a look at XP, 1,000 isn't in favor of BoysBoys. Goldgraph much higher because they have just pushed that little bit more efficiently. Of the imminent push. We also must note that top lane is actually being split pushed. And Yadig is here as well, so this tower is going to take a lot of damage thanks to that Drow, who already has the Mask of Madness and is going to deal a lot of damage in that tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Drow does have to be a little bit careful though, because if she does get caught out, she is still squishy, especially with the build that she's going. She is getting the Yasha now and probably into Amanda style, but the Mask of Madness is a very stand back and right click build. She pretty much can't tank at all. Well, that's what I think. That's what I think, but obviously she thinks that she's a little bit safe. There's not really much lockdown on Drow's team. There really is just the Nature's Prophet Sprout, and I guess the mini stun from Basil, but that's really it in terms of stun. So Drow has to be very, very careful with her positioning. Yeah, I think Omega are quite aware of the teamfight potential that BoysBoys have, and by the looks of it, so are BoysBoys. They've smoked up in the mid, and it looks like they either want to go bottom or into the Roche pit. I'm not sure. Video James doesn't have his wards, but it looks like they are aiming for the Roche pit. And Omega might know Video James. Yeah, Video James is actually going to be picked out, might even be picked out from Drow. Ryland's going to come in, not from Drow, sorry, from Lich. Ryland's going to come in and he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Yadig as well, going to take a lot of damage, and Elt, yeah, the ultimate not doing really that much. Ooh, and almost being caught out was that Nature's Prophet by Elt, but alas, he wasn't caught out. They can go back into the Roshan pit with that minus armor from the Medallion of Courage and start right-clicking at the beginning.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Yeah, so Roshan going to be back up in between 8 and 12 minutes. BoysBoys are just going to go back. They're going to go into the jungle and farm. Video James should really be killing some of these jungle creeps while he's got the mana, but it's probably because BoysBoys do want to keep on putting the pressure. And Batrider almost getting caught out, but using his blink, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, using his blink to get out of the way. Yadig thinking about going in himself, and now the entire Omega Squadron is in the top lane, and they want to push out this top tower, but BoysBoys are prepared for this. Yeah, Lycan will be fine split pushing in the bottom lane because of the immense bonus speed of his ultimate. And as I said, Omega Squadron doesn't have much lockdown. As long as Lycan doesn't panic, like it seems like he's doing there after the ultimate, then he'll be able to split push absolutely fine and to great effectiveness. Yeah. Well, that's possibly it. I just think Omega Squadron, I don't think they want to take team fights. I think that they know that BoysBoys might be better than them in the team fight, in team fights in general. So what they want to do is they want to try and get pickoffs and then push towers, and they're not really able to do that, seeing as BoysBoys are playing reasonably defensively. Having said that, they haven't moved top to try and get LAN. Don't get me wrong, Brewmaster is a tricky hero to get a pickoff on, but the fact that they're not even trying to get these pickoffs is a little bit interesting.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. Yeah, Batrider actually has a gem on him now, which is really interesting. Is he gonna go? Is he gonna be able to grab someone? Oh no, he isn't. He's decided he's not going to. He's going to blink, and yes, he is going to go for Climax, and Climax is actually going to be at the top of the cliff, and he's just going to burn a little bit. And the question is, does he have a TP? No. Oh, I really wish there was an invis hero there to take him give him a teleport scroll, but alas, there isn't.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, there's no real big problem with buying a gem just for dewarding, especially on a hero that's got not the tanky survivability, but the fact that he's got Blink, Force Staff, as well as Firefly means that he's going to be able to move around really
Dire's
well.
top tower is under attack.
He's going to be a hard
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
The split push is coming out. Batrider wants to go in, and then he is able to get your dig. The question is, does he have lasso? He does not have lasso, so he's just going to try and chase him. And is the stun going to come in? No, but the nuke is dominating, getting the kill on the split pushing nature's problem there, but the tower does unfortunately still go down. And this is something that I think BoysBoys shouldn't do. They shouldn't come back in those situations. They should have just continued pushing top lane, continued dealing the pressure there, and just let the tower that pretty much fell anyway, just let it fall. But BoysBoys probably being a little bit cautious in what they're trying to do. They realise that they can also go later game. They've got 1, 2 late game carries really. Omega Squadron have potentially 2, but mainly only 2. Oh yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, Dire's career was kicked off, and you can see that Yudvik has just gone back into his bottom lane. Oh my goodness, Visage has got 3 familiars. Visage already with an Aghanims. Support Visage already with an Aghanims is pretty darn amazing. Here comes the Lord. Now Brewmaster has gone in. He's split. He wants to really go for Drow. The Lich Hold is going to come out, but Batrider is just going to be able to he dodged that, and Drow is trying to get as many right clicks on the Brewmaster that does end up going down to that Drow actually, but they do take a Rax, and now a TP to go back to try and kill Yadig. The question is, will anybody be able to see, will they be able to blink there, and Elks will be able to blink there. Will also be able to get the lasso onto Yadig again. He didn't cast Firefly for some strange reason, and now there's no more stun on him, which means that he is going to be able to escape with the Boots of Travel anyway. Well played by Yadig there. Elks not thinking quick enough on his Firefly. Yadig with his TP, sorry, my bad. Who was it that had the Boots of Travel? Who was it that had the... Ah. Yeah. Yeah, but the fact that he didn't get the kill with that lasso, means that he's going to be very upset with that. And we can see that the pings are coming up from the top lane as well. Top lane is going to be pushed in by Yadig. And here's Batrider. Yeah, Batrider's just going to go in. He's just going to napalm the creep wave and just take the farm for himself. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Video James and X4 are thinking about maybe going in. Looks like they're trying to go in for Frosty Flavors. X4 not being there though. Brewmaster, he comes in. He's got to be really careful about who's attacking him. Brewmaster's just going to TP away, and he knows that nothing's going to be able to stop him from TPing away. So that engagement going 0-0 basically there for both teams. I think they're going to have to learn to target this Drow. I think they're really going to have to learn to target this Drow and be able to have that Brewmaster blink in right on top, because all they need to do is one blink in, one right click. You see there, they've gone in, and they should go straight. They said they decided to go for the Lich. That's alright, they do pick out the Lich there, and that's going to be an easy kill. Brewmaster getting a kill of opportunity there. And you see all he needs to do is blink in, slam, it's not slam, it's ground slam, isn't it? Yeah, thunderclap, of course. Yeah, all he needs to do is blink in, thunderclap, click once, and that's a huge ton of damage that he's done. Then he can ultimate, then he can finish off Drow. Yeah, blinks, BoysBoys are famous for using their blinks and getting sometimes even 5 blink teams. Brewmaster looks like Brewmaster's gone a little bit forward. The wards are going to come out again. And Brewmaster has gone in, but he has actually been Drow. He's going to come down very, very quickly. Elks is going to go in. Almost take out Climax. Video James won't be able to get the kill, and we can see the huge damage still coming out. Goes down, and then they follow up on. Yes, very good micro stunning there. Frosty play almost to play very. Finally, the Enchantress does go down, but that's 3 down on the side of BoysBoys, and now they might be able to get familiar pickoffs. But yeah, good push done by. Yeah, that's an interesting fight. They've got 2 lanes of barracks, and Yadig is calling GG, even though I don't think it's quite game over just yet. But it looks like they stalled from those creeps. So that game going. Yeah, in game going in favour of BoysBoys. Well done to BoysBoys. They are actually going, progressing down the lower bracket, and their next game will be against the winners of She Said She Was Level 18 and sponsored by Centrelink in the lower bracket here. Thank you very much for joining me, Cathified. Yeah. And no worries. See you next time.